James Vitore, James Vitore, James Vitore, James Vitore.
Burning questions.
Yeah.
Howdy. James Vitore here, everyone's favorite blue-collar guru. Today it's black. Today we got a question from my good friend Bamdad in Tehran, Iran. Bamdad, awesome. Great to talk to you. He writes, Dear James Vitore, he says, I'm a 33-year-old graphic designer and I have a question about branding. He says, okay, branding is the way we wear our hat. But let's say a company comes to me and asks for a logo. I do the job injecting myself through the work. After another week, another company comes in the same field and calls for me to do their logo. Well, again, I inject myself into the work. Now, when we look at the logos at the same time, we see me in them with a bit more or less salt or pepper, but it's me. These are my interests about music and food and flight, etc. Here's the question. Why should people look at my preferences? My look, when they look at a logo of a gallery, a business card of a director, or anything else. I agree that it's a necessity to be different, but is it okay when I create the difference? Bamdad, I think you don't have a choice in the matter, because everything we do is autobiographical. You're going to show up in the work whether you want to or not, right? You can force yourself. You can look around and look through books and say, oh, I'm going to do one of those logos now that this guy did, or I'm going to do this logo over here that guy did. You can force yourself to do that, but all you're doing is becoming schizophrenic. And quite frankly, the work is going to suck because it comes from nowhere. It comes from nowhere, right? I'm not going to go into modernism and bank logos and why everything looks alike and blah, 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 and how hard we're trying to make the obvious obviouser as designers, which is a lot of the work out there. I think, Bamdad, I think the greatest gift you can have is when people come to you for you. That's why they're coming to you in the beginning. You see? That's why they're coming to you in the beginning. Is because you've done something. You've already injected yourself into the work. You've already made a statement. You've already put yourself out there and said, these are the things that I want to work with. These are the images and the colors that are in my palette, that are in my blood, and these are what I want to dance with. And companies will come to you. You can become fakey and try to force different things. You can go to the hardware store and go, oh, here's the old Stanley logo. Let's do a parody of that. Or here's the old Hot Wheels logo. Let's do a parody of that. Or here's the Barbie doll logo. Or, I mean, I see this shit all the time, right? Looks like someone just went into an old hardware store and collected all the stuff and is just changing the words. You can force yourself to do that, but then hopefully that's you, right? But Bamdad, it doesn't sound like that's you. So I think you don't have a choice. I think it's a marvelous idea that people come to you for what you have inside you, for this rhythm, for your love of food and flight and music, and that you put it in the work. I think that's a power, and that's how you find an audience. Not just any audience. You don't want just any audience. You want your audience. That's how it works. That's, in the particular, lies the universal. That's how it works, Bamdad. So yes, you can fight this urge. You can be afraid of when you look at your work, you lay your work out and like, wow, it looks like me. I do that all the time. I'm like, geez, really? It all looks like me. And people go, yeah, can we have more? That's how it works, Bamdad. It's awesome. It's great. You're doing a super job. Don't fight it because you're going to end up being schizophrenic. You're not going to know who you are, and if you don't know who you are, your client and your audience is not going to know who you are, and they're going to go elsewhere to those people over there who obviously know who they are. Bamdad, keep up the good work. Hey, send in these awesome questions. I love it. From Tehran, Iran. Look at our audience. Our audience is so damn smart, so damn strong. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. It takes a lot of work to keep this thing going. We have to film, we have to write, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get off on that, although I'd like to. Bamdad, thank you for your question. Thank you for being a supporter and watching Burning Questions. Remember, Bamdad and everybody else out there, Burning Questions, just follow this stuff. This is hard. Have a damn opinion. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about today. Have a damn opinion. Love something other than your selfie. And you do those things in order to make work that matters. You guys are awesome. This is Burning Questions. I'm hacking away at the reads every day. You're watching a man on fire, a man in his struggle every week. You guys are awesome. I love you. Adios.